The answer to last week's trivia question was congealed brain matter. Congealed brain matter. Congrats to those who got it right, and sorry to those who got it wrong. Better luck next time. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Whatever with Jason Soto, the comedy podcast that knows where all the cowboys have gone, but we're not telling. I am your host, Jason Soto. We're back. Fucking hell, we are back. We are back in full force. We got a full crew. Everybody is here. I am excited. Joining me is the very, very illustrious Sally Haynes.
Hello, how are you?
And the mostly illustrious Bear.
I knew you were going to say some bullshit after you called Lisa illustrious, because I was like, there's no way he's going to give me that high of a compliment.
Frankly, I thought you were coming first and I was going to get the insult. So, I mean, he tripped us both up on that one.
I heard the sweet tone of voice and was like, no, this isn't directed at me.
And then I made myself sound like a terrible British parody with like bad teeth with the hello, you know. I totally made it work.
I'll just say. I looked. Our last episode was May 15th.
Man, you had all that time to think of a better cold open and you didn't? Congealed brain matters where you settled? Shit.
How do I boot people off of this?
You can't. You'll get riots. I give you $10 a month.
Oh.
I'll take all the other Patreons with me. I'll be like,
all of our bail money will disappear.
I know. I'll be like, look how he treats us.
Wow. Hey, speaking of, that was a good segue. Damn.
See, I'm good for something.
Hey, everyone out there listening, do me a favor and go to audibletrial.com/rabbitholepods. You get to try Audible free for 30 days. While you're on audibletrial.com/rabbitholepods, you should download any audiobook, original show, or podcast that you want. When the 30 days is up, you can either do one of two things. It's like a weird choose your own adventure. You can either pay $14.99 a month to get access to more audiobooks, original shows, or podcasts, or you could turn to page 83 and you can cancel your trial subscription, and anything you have downloaded, you get to keep for the rest of your life. That is always yours. Nobody can take that away from you. So, audibletrial.com/rabbitholepods. Using that link will help us out here at rabbitholepodcast.com, since we're all being British for no really specific reason. And you were like, independent podcasts are cool. You can also support the show by becoming a Patreon member. I will get to the Patreons. Thank you guys so much. You guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah, so
Patreon. Patreon.com/rabbitholepods. So $3 a month, that's going to get you in, and you get to listen to episodes early. You get to listen to all the embarrassing audio that I have done. Somebody's nudes are on there. Yeah, that's worth the $3. Go check that out. Patreon.com/rabbitholepods. Okay, we're back. I had a busy couple of months, you guys.
Really quick, run it back. Whose nudes are on the Patreon?
You'll have to find out.
To pay to find out.
You gotta pay to find out.
Is that why we're called Rabbit
God, jeez. Yes, that's what it is. Before I get to what I've been up to, what have you guys been up to during our awesome break? What have you guys been doing? How have you been keeping busy?
I have a change in setting because I'm home from school. Yep. I've been working on rabbit hole things like the Discord, the website, and also making myself money because this doesn't pay well, please. He keeps me in the basement.
Oh, at least he lets you out so you can work every now and
Yeah,
then.
I put you on the other side of the basement for the summer. It's a lot cooler on that side of the basement.
Yeah, this is the darker, damper corner of the basement, but it makes it a little bit cooler.
Yeah. So I don't want you to have heat exhaustion after all.
No.
But yeah, so that's cool.
Very cool.
Anything else you've been up to?
I don't know if there's something I've been up to that you're trying to get me to spill.
No, I'm literally just asking you what you've been up to.
This is called space filler.
I wasn't sure if there was a prompt. I was like, you were like prompting me.
Because
like, go ahead.
Both of you, independently and together, always accuse me of taking over my own show and just talking. So this is the opportunity that you guys are having where you guys can talk first. But you're squandering it.
I'm going to plug here. I've been working on the Rabbit Hole Writing Club, where every month Rabbit Hole members submit writing pieces corresponding to a prompt of the month.
Love it.
If you are interested, you don't even have to be a Patreon to participate. Just hit me up somewhere. I check social media sometimes. You can also just
you'll find them somewhere.
Come knock on my door. Bet you might get shot, but come knock on my door.
The basement door.
They do live in a rough neighborhood, I'll tell you. So
hold up a sign that says like here for the writing club. But
I love it. Go. Make sure you say writing Rabbit Hole Podcast Writing Club.
Yeah, the other writing club is actually just like you just get shot.
Yeah, you gotta be
careful. Scandalous. We can't have that. It's scandalous.
Yeah.
No, none of that.
Up.
Well, Lisa, what about you? What have you been doing?
Surviving the end of the school year.
Yeah.
And getting myself to a point where, I can actually exist again. I don't know, just trying to, get through end of school year and doing some traveling stuff and
nice.
I don't know, a lot of different things, but also a lot of trying to rest and recenter because I have definitely needed that.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm glad you're resting. I'm glad you're centering yourself.
Yes. Recentering, because I've definitely
recentering.
Falling off center and being a bit of a mess. So
that's fair enough.
A lot more gaming lately, which is good. Enjoying the hell out of that.
I was going to mention
on the
that.
Rabbit Hole Podcast streaming.
I was going to mention that you're actually a Twitch streamer yourself.
I am nowhere near good. I don't know if anybody.
You don't gotta be good. No one says you have to be good.
Watch, but
what's your Twitch? What's your Twitch? Come on, what's your Twitch handle? Drop it.
Lisa Sally Haynes.
There you go. Go check that out.
I'm going to stream at some point. I just have to make all the stuff because I'm an original asset girly. Because if it's for myself, I will hand draw everything.
Yes. See, I will attribute to the people who have created the royalty-free stuff I do. So I will do that. I will always cite my sources. So I have beautiful artwork done by other people on Canva. I have great royalty-free music, and I include all of their information to make sure that I give credit where credit is due.
I love that.
Nice.
Well, I need to make sure that people, because it's good stuff, and damn it, they need credit.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, that's cool to catch up with you guys. So what have I been up to? What have I been doing? What's Jason Soto been up to? First and foremost, I can't
imagine it's not behind you or anything.
I've been keeping a little busy with the whole podcasting network thing, still plugging along with all the shows. Doing various administrative tasks, if you will. I also, since Bear mentioned it, I had a book signing. So to anyone who may be joining, who's new, who may not know me that well, who don't know the show that well, I have written 3 books. They are science fiction, time travel stories. The first 2 books are 3 sets of stories, and then the third book is one longer story. But they are called Time in My Hands, and they are available on Amazon. All 3. You can get those now. But there's a local, I don't know what to call this place. It's like a cafe, but there's a bar. You can go there and play board games. You can buy board games there, but they're called Books and Brews. I'm going to give them a shout out.
Sounds
Books
like
and
a
Brews.
cool place.
What they are is in the title. Like, because I also.
But I don't know what to call it. Like in passing, like it's a cafe.
Bar. We have a cafe bar here.
Because they do like everything. Like you could buy like board games and Funko Pops and Pokemon cards, and you can buy like 6 packs of beer, and you can go there and eat.
Okay,
and you can hang out.
They call themselves a used bookstore themed brew pub and craft beer tap room.
Well, that's way too long. I'm not saying that in a passing sentence. It's a cafe. Anyway, I'm a fan of this cafe, and I've been going there for years. And I follow them on Facebook, and one day they had hey, this author is gonna come and do a book signing. And so that gave me the idea. I'm like, hey, I live in Indiana, unfortunately. And I wrote some books. I don't like Indiana. No, what the fuck?
Fuck you.
No. Fuck you. Chicago and Illinois is
There's
10
more
million
than
times
corn
better.
in Indiana.
No, I'm forced to live here. If I had unlimited funds, I would be living in downtown Chicago right now, living the dream.
Go live with Lackey.
And
I will. How it is.
And every day I will go by the Trump Tower and throw bricks at it. Anyway, nobody in Chicago likes the Trump Tower. Like seriously, like they want to get rid of that fucking building. So I reached out to the owner of this Books and Brews. So it's like a franchise. There's 2 in Indianapolis. Indianapolis area, I guess. It's not technically in Indianapolis, but no, there's 2.
Okay.
Tell me where the other 2 are at. I implore you.
Carmel and Fishers.
Close. There's only Fishers and Brownsburg. So
Books and Brews has 4 locations in the Indianapolis area. I just looked it up to fact check myself.
Nope, they are closed. It's just Fishers and it's just Brownsburg because they tried to have them in other places, but they closed them all down. So.
Oh, okay. Well, they're lying on their website then.
Because there used to be one downtown Indianapolis. There used to be one in Speedway. There used to be one somewhere on the south side. There was one, I think, in Carmel. There was one in Zionsville. I'm saying a bunch of stuff that means absolutely nothing to our regular listeners, so I apologize. Nope. But I did not start this argument. I want to record the show. I did not start this argument. I factually said there's only 2 Books and Brews, and because I'm me, someone's got to argue with me. But besides the point, there's only 2. With everyone. There's only 2 in Indianapolis, and they're outside of Indianapolis. And so, I reached out to the owner of the one close to me, in the fair city of Brownsburg, Indiana. I talked to the guy and I said, hey, I wrote some books. Is it cool if I have a book signing in your store? And I was waiting for like some catch, like, oh, you got to give me $250. You have to wear a goofy sign, or you got to drink my beer, or something, right?
Right, some kind of caveat.
But no, he literally was just like, "What's your book? What's the website to your books?" I gave him the Amazon link to my author page on Amazon. Yes, I have an author page on Amazon. I'm that fucking awesome. And he looked at it and said, "Okay, come by on June 17th, and we'll get you set up." So I said, "Cool." So I told my friends, that included Bear, and I told my dad, and my dad's like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm coming down for that." So on June 17th, over at the cafe Books and Brews, I had a little book signing, and that is indeed what this picture, to the people watching on YouTube, that is what this picture is of.
So cool.
So this was a sign that I had made at my former job. I'm not a fan of this. This was a result of a person that worked at Staples who would not help me. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing this on my own. That's what farted out. So I'm not a fan of this sign. Bear did go through the trouble to make a really awesome sign. So I got to give them things.
You didn't use it?
That picture was taken
before they got there. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I live normally 10 minutes down the road, not even 10 minutes, like 7 minutes down the road from this place, but the road leading straight there is out. So I took a roundabout way, and I didn't want to be the first one there, so I waited until I was sure he was there before I showed up, because I was
Make sure I wasn't punking them like, hey, I go to this bookstore. I'm going to totally having a book signing.
Oh, that is funny.
I hate being out in public. It makes my skin crawl. I'm like the most uncomfortable person to be in a Walmart with.
Oh, stop.
So I was like, I cannot go to this place if you're not already there in the joint. I need your exact coordinates.
So yeah, so actually like a good chunk of my friends showed up. Bear, my dad like hung out most of the time. And then my friends, Toby and his wife Sharon came by. Then my other friends, Wavy and Kelly, and their daughter Caitlin came by. Kelly bought her parents, who is from my neck of the woods. And so her dad immediately went and sat next to my dad, and they like talked like outside of Chicago for like a half hour. And I'm just kind of, because they sat right like to people on YouTube, like that chair that's right behind me, that's where my dad was sitting. So Kelly's dad like sat next to him, and they were just talking about. I would hear like it would come in waves. Because I was still talking to people, and it was stuff about like places, because they both worked at the same place, not the same time, I don't think, maybe at the same time, I don't know. But they talked about the place that they worked at, and they talked about like, I think they talked about the Bears a little bit.
Not Bears.
Yo, the Bears.
The Bears, yeah, they talked about the Bears, yes, and stuff like that, and so that was kind of fun to hear. But it was pretty cool. I actually, I don't want to say I made a profit, but I made some money. I had some people buy like all my, not all of them. I did sell out of the third book. But I still had copies of the first and second. And oddly enough, to prepare for this, I asked for more to send me some more, and they take forever to get here. So they didn't get here until like the 19th.
Oh. Well, now you got them for next time.
So now I got a whole bunch more. But that was really cool, and it was just kind of neat to have actual strangers. Like I sold them to strangers, to a couple of strangers that I didn't even know.
Good.
Who came up to me and
congratulations.
One guy was like, "Yeah, I support local, authors," so he bought some. One guy kind of wasn't sure, and he was looking at them, and he took my card and this bookmark that Bear made for me.
Yeah, I really put in some legwork for this.
You did. I didn't ask you to do this. I want to stress this. I didn't ask for any of this.
I made bookmarks with all of his like socials and website information, and I
good
printed them on stock. I made that poster. I put together a specific author website for him, so we had a place we could link that wasn't just Amazon. Like,
that's cool.
So that was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. I definitely am going to do that again when I finish my next book that I've been working on for 5+ years. But I gave myself a deadline, and God damn it, I am keeping to that deadline. I will get it done by that deadline. And so that was my book signing. I went. I wish Lisa, we live closer. I wish she could have came. I would have.
I definitely would have been there.
Had more rabbit hole people there. I think Lackey actually said he could have done it, but he had something going on that day. I think he said, because I
need to meet Lackey in person. I don't remember if Lackey listened to the show. Lackey, if you listen to the show, I am coming to Chicago and taking up your offer of an air mattress.
I think he does do the Patreon, so
I love meeting new people like who are connected to Rabbit Hole in person.
So
it needs to happen.
And then we're gonna go stay at the Vern's place for a little bit, so that's gonna be cool.
Nice.
That's what I've been up to. That was what I was up to during our little 2-month hiatus. Oh, and we also only took 2 months off because it was literally all of our schedules could not align.
Yeah, it was a disaster.
This is including mine. Like, I'm totally to blame as well. It was like, oh, I couldn't do it, so we had to move it to next week. And then Lisa's like, oh, I'm gonna go gambling in Atlantic City again, so I can't make it this week. And then Bear was like, I'm going hunting for fish, and I'm like, oh my god, I have
salmon.
So I'm like motherfucker, like, so we all cannot get our schedules to align. So finally, we got it to work out this week, and then I'm being told that all three of us might not be here next week. So
yeah. Well, what can you do?
So I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll cross that bridge when we need to cross it. So that's what I was doing. And then, okay, this is going to be a weird segue. But I also, am watching a lot more TV. And the other night I was kind of bored and I'm just kind of scrolling. I have every streaming service you could possibly imagine. Like, name a streaming service, I have it.
Peacock.
Yes.
BritBox?
I did, but I turned it off because that was the best way.
It's so expensive.
It was expensive, and when I had money, I went and got it. But it was like one of the better ways to watch like Doctor Who episodes. Yeah. So that's why I got it.
No, I love BritBox, but it's so much money. I cannot justify it.
I turned it off. Yeah, I turned it off. So I did have BritBox. I got AMC Plus. I got that because they have some cool movies on there, and they're tied to Shudder. So I can watch, stuff from Shudder that's on there. Anyway, you mentioned Peacock. I was actually going through Peacock, and I was looking at their TV shows that they had, and they have a show called Hunter.
Yeah.
Now, Lisa's gonna know the show.
Bear knows the show.
Bear probably may have heard of it in passing.
I think the only way I might have heard of it is if either of you have talked about it in the group chat recently.
Well, I talked about it when I was watching it.
I thought you did, because it sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay. So I'm like, you know what? I'm bored enough. I'm going to watch Hunter. This is not a show that you go out to seek, like, purposely to find. Like, I don't even know why it's on this streaming site. It's just there. Because
it was popular. Like, people watched it for a while.
I know, but like, tell me when was the last time anyone was like, you know what, I feel like watching Hunter.
Nobody goes to look for this show.
Hunter Definitely is basically a thing that they put on the streaming site because if you're bored enough, you're going to watch this fucking show.
Right.
And that's what happened to me. So I ended up watching Hunter. Lisa, have you ever seen an episode of Hunter?
I mean, maybe a couple of minutes, like while I was in a waiting room at a doctor's office.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I think it's come on in a hotel room.
Yeah, it's not something I would purposely know.
This is a very strange show. Not for any really good reason. It's just really bizarre to watch because Hunter is basically Dirty Harry, the TV show.
Kind of.
Hunter is a cop in LA who doesn't play by the rules. And he's constantly getting in trouble. And he's got like this specialized gun and he just punches people and he just drives cars into suspects and like then arrests them. And he's constantly at odds with his police captain who will not fire him for some reason. That's a whole thing on this show is his police captain hate him so much that he makes his life a living hell, but he will not fire him.
Right.
But the whole thing about the show is the police captain trying to find ways to fire Hunter, which don't make any goddamn sense because the captain's like, Hunter, you can't just shoot people in the leg and then arrest them. You got to read them their Miranda rights and then take them in and do a report. And Hunter's like, yeah, but he was running. So I shot him because he was up running. And he's like, oh, Hunter, you can't do that.
It's always some
did Hunter was Hunter with like the LAPD in the 80s and 90s? Like, why
actually, yes.
So casually?
Yes.
They made police. Wait, they were like, you know how the LAPD does police brutality? We should do that.
This is like early 80s. This is like 80. I didn't look up. You got the information. I was like 86, 87. I think the show was popular.
Yeah.
Around that time. I don't remember the exact year, but I know it was on for a bunch of years. I know like at least 5 or 6.
It was out there for a while. I think it was in like syndication too.
I don't know if there's any correlation here, but this show ended in 91, and that's the same year that Rodney King was killed.
Okay, so
that feels like.
But here's what's also funny about this show is that the reason the police captain gets on Hunter about just randomly shooting and killing people on the streets is because they're trying to soften up the police image. So they're like, no, you guys, we can't just shoot the suspects. We're going to actually we're going to shoot warning shots in the air, and then we're going to calmly arrest them. We got to read them the Miranda rights from a card. You're going to gently put them into the police car, bring them back to the station, and then book them. That's the image we're trying to go for, Hunter. And then Hunter's like, yeah, but this guy robbed a bank, and so I punched him in the face several times, and then I arrested him and brought him here. So it's such a weird, like, dynamic.
It is a very strange show. It is definitely weird.
So is this like old school propaganda?
Kind of.
Because
it is. It is.
Shows like,
it's like I said, it's Dirty Harry. If you ever seen Dirty Harry, it's exactly like that.
Like anything by Dick Wolf kind of deal where it's like,
it's
or like
not,
Hawaii Five-0.
It's not sucking the police's dick like Dick Wolf does, but it's basically like, because like I said, this was like mid 80s.
Yeah,
so,
I get what you mean.
They're trying to say, hey, cops aren't bad. We're trying to solve, and here's this loose cannon guy. Another running joke through the show is he can't keep a partner, which again was a Dirty Harry thing. And so he gets paired up with this woman who is like the only one who can keep up with him because she's also like rough and tumble. She punches people. But her whole thing was prostitution stings. So she was always like on the street dressed like a hooker and then like going undercover as hookers and trying to bust like pimps. Like, that was her thing.
This is a fascinating process. Like, you definitely got sucked into this.
I'm watching this because I'm like, this is the weirdest fucking show. And, like, it was just, and it's so over the top. Like, you know, it
sounds
cars just jumping off of non-existent ramps and into buildings and shootouts.
Me hitting a curb, for real.
Shootouts in the street and it's not even like a mystery. There's no mysteries. It's just him getting into various like cops event. Like there's a story arc to each episode, but like there's no like, you know, oh, this guy got murdered. Who did the murder? Like, no, this guy robbed a bank, so we're gonna go try to find him for 45 minutes and then shoot him in the face. So it's just like, it is a very bizarre show. But like I kind of like it because it's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm admitting right now, it's a stupid show. It's a terrible show. I in the deepest of my core, I don't like it, but it's like one of those so bad you kind of want to keep watching just to see the train wreck.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely a good way to kill time. Because each episode was like 45 minutes and, you know, and if anyone from Peacock is listening, what the fuck is up with the weird random breaks in between? I mean, it's not like the commercial breaks from when it originally aired. It's literally like a guy is like talking and then mid-sentence it goes
I've noticed that too.
And then it comes back and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's not where the commercial was.
Strange.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I wonder if they just auto placed in where the jumps are. Like they were like, most shows that are this long have commercials here, and here.
I think it's I think it's a timed element. It's just
that could
strange.
be, but it makes for a very odd viewing experience, if you will. So
probably adds to it.
Yeah,
you know.
So if you want a really stupid show to binge, go check out Hunter. It's on Peacock, and yeah, it's funny.
It's kind of like random nostalgic entertainment, I guess.
It is, yes. It very much is. So okay, so that's what I've been doing. I've been binge watching Hunter. Because I don't know what else to do with my time. So okay. One of the reasons I was very excited to come back. First, I missed you guys. I liked hanging out with you guys. So,
agreed.
I say like I haven't seen you in public in person 60
yeah, this is true.
60 times.
Guys.
But the three of us, like this chemistry that we got going here, top notch, man.
I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
But no, I was excited because in the middle of June, well, do I have a date? Yeah, it was towards the beginning of June. It was kind of right around my birthday. I got an email. From a listener. Now, I'm not going to tell you the name of the person. He wanted to stay anonymous.
Okay.
I don't know the guy. He just emailed. He does explain in the beginning, which I'll get to, but you know how we do segments where we like read like Reddit things and give advice and stuff?
Yeah.
So this is because of that. But we got an actual guy who needs our help. And this is a very interesting problem. So I'm curious what you guys are going to say about this. Okay, so I'm going to start the letter. I'll get to that. Dear Jason and Lisa Sally Haynes and Bear, and then I'm going to put the word there. They did not use the word there. Just going to put that on there.
Random viewer. Die. Don't.
So I'm putting the word there and Bear if they're on the show. So all of us are here. He continues. I heard a recent episode of your show where you helped someone from Reddit, and maybe you can help me. Some backstory. I work in an office. I do IT in this office. I have worked there for 5 years. I know mostly everyone in my office, and I am single. I've been trying to date, but it's hard finding a girl that shared the same hobbies as me. I have decided to just find someone that I'm attracted to, but don't have to like the same things that I do. A month ago, and again, I got this in the beginning of June, so this is probably
May.
Around May. This good-looking girl, who I will call Julie, started working in my office, and I am very attracted to her. I started talking to her and found out she plays the same card game that I do, and in fact is ranked higher than me. To make this shorter, we hit it off and we started going on dates. After dating for 2 weeks, another girl who sits next to Julie, who I will call Monica, asks to talk to me privately. We go outside to the parking lot, and Monica confesses that she's the one who has feelings for me, but didn't know how to talk to me because she thinks the guy should make the first move, and I wasn't noticing her. So she asked Julie to flirt with me, but then break up with me a week into it, and then Monica will console me, and hopefully we will hit it off.
The fuck?
But Monica noticed that we were still dating, and we both really like each other. Monica had no idea Julie and I played Magic because Monica doesn't know what that is. That was just a huge coincidence. Now that I am head over heels with Julie, I don't want to break up. I want to see where this goes. But Monica is upset with not only Julie, but with me, and I worry this is going to cause some friction between the three of us. Monica is a nice person, and I like being friends with everyone at work, and this is my first work drama. What should I do? Thanks, and tell that Vern guy he's hilarious. Oh, you must have heard the episode with Vern. That must have been where that came from. Thanks, and tell that Vern guy he's hilarious. Max, he calls himself, but that's not his real name.
Gee, I wonder what his real name might be.
No, it's not Vern.
Let me
No.
my
It's not
bullshit.
Vern.
It's not Vern.
Vern would have
really?
to.
Bullshit.
No, it is not Vern.
What's the email sent from? Notvern@gmail.com. it's from it's me, the Vern at gmail.com. Like
it's not Vern. I promise you.
It's his Verner account.
His Verner account.
Okay.
Oh my God,
anyway, no.
Let's think. Okay. Regardless of
this is a weird one. This should be on I have a weird one.
Right?
Who this individual is, still fuck you for misgendering me, but also my thing is like if you're hitting it off with Julie, like, fuck this Monica bitch. Like, she was gonna break your heart to come swoop in and like say, no, that's weird. That's manipulative. If these roles were flipped and that was a man doing that to a woman, I would tell her to change fucking jobs.
Yeah.
Hell no. No, that's weird to even think of doing to someone. When I realized I was into my current girlfriend, I didn't sit there and go like, how can I break her spirit so I can swoop in? Because I was scared to ask her out because she's hotter than me. So, no, I like waited like a normal person and just like let things happen as they happen. I wasn't like, okay, so I'm gonna get a friend set up with her, and then I'm going to make them break up with her, and then I'm gonna swoop in and be all sweet. No, we got along.
That's not how we do things.
That's so weird.
That's not how adults work.
Here's my question. I want to see if you guys agree with me on this question. Okay, he's worried about Monica, but what about Julie? Because she agreed to do this.
Who's the one that we're dating to begin with?
He's dating Julie.
Julie's the one who was what, the plant?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So Monica convinced Julie to go on a date with Max.
I don't have as much of an issue.
But here's the bottom line. Is the bottom line. If Max is into Julie and Julie is into Max, that's what's happening now. Monica made a misstep and now she needs to woman up because this is the shit that happens, you know, like stuff happens. I have a very good friend who went on a blind date with a girl and the girl was worried about going on a blind date. So she brought her friend with her and he wasn't getting along with the girl and he and the friend hit it off. And so now they've been married for X number of years with 2 beautiful kids. Like it's sometimes, guess what? This may not be your person. And maybe this is what it was meant to be with Max and Julie. So I'm sorry. Sorry, Monica, but you blew your shot, my friend.
Yeah, maybe a wake-up call, too, about the whole, because I feel like we skipped past the men should make the first move and you weren't making a move thing. Like, hey, girl boss, maybe if you want the man to make the first move, you, like, gotta talk to him a little bit and, like, become friends. Or, like, maybe he like... If you think that men are supposed to make the first move, that's kind of weird. But also, more importantly, you can't be mad when they don't do that because then that means that they're just fulfilling their manly duty and choosing the correct woman or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
So being in my, like, I do, being someone who is introverted and shy, I do like when the other person makes that first move.
Oh, same.
But I also like, you know, I will also, you know, do the thing if I need to do the thing because you're taking too goddamn long. So I don't know, like, basically the bottom line is some guys, sorry, Max, are completely fucking oblivious. And, you know, as much as he may have liked Monica, as much as he may like Julie, he wasn't aware that the feelings were reciprocal.
Yeah.
And a number of women will make that assumption that, oh, they don't realize, or, oh, they're playing games. No, guys are very simple in a lot of ways. And it's just very straightforward. And
I do wish he did the Reddit thing and put the ages, because now I'm kind of curious about that myself. The ages. He didn't.
I don't know, Monica. I don't know any 20-year-olds named Monica.
It's got to be someone close to my age, probably.
But also, like I'm someone who's asked out everyone I've dated until my most recent relationship. Like, you kind of just gotta saddle up and do this. If you want to ask someone out, go do it.
So, okay. That's fine. So now, what about the problem of they have to work together? And there's this weird thing hanging over their head.
They're adults.
It's not that weird.
I don't know. I think I just sympathize with Max because I like to get along with everybody.
I just don't.
At the same time, if someone did this to me, I would be pissed. Absolutely. So I think he might. What?
Like the pressure of like.
No. If I started dating somebody and then I found out that it was like a ruse put up by someone else.
Oh, yes, that makes sense to me.
That would annoy the fuck out of me. No. So I think, yeah. And the problem is he works IT, right? So like if she ever needs her computer fixed, she's fucked. She has to talk to him unless there's other IT people he didn't go into detail, but still it's yeah, this is such a weird ass problem to have. Like I don't know what to make of this. This is so fucking
Monica
weird.
dug her grave, she gets to sit in the dirt. Like,
yeah,
girl, you did this. Send this to her. But it's like if you did that, you have to deal with the repercussions of it. Like, if you go to him and admit it, because she could have sat on that and it would have never come up. Probably. I mean, maybe it would have come up later down the line with Julie, but it wouldn't be on Monica. It would have been like a cute, maybe it would have even been like a funny little, like, oh, haha, that's crazy, moving on, instead of Monica being like, I want you, and it being weird.
Yeah, it can't turn into this whole thing. I don't think that's...
Yeah, no,
polyamory, if you really need another option, like...
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a third option, I guess. If you guys can make that work. Yeah, Max, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just the only thing I can recommend is when I get mad at people, and I've had this happen. I've actually had a workplace drama before. Just be civil. Just ignore her. If you have to interact with her, just interact however you have to interact. Don't be vindictive. Don't do anything to get you fired. Don't like put like dead rats in her desk or
be an adult.
Since you're in IT, don't put viruses on her computer, like stuff like that. Just ignore her to the best of your ability. You can adult. If you're gonna keep dating Julie, who I said she sits next to her, right? I think I remember.
Yeah, they sit next to each other.
So like, just don't go over there. Have her come by you maybe, or meet somewhere else in the office.
Be professional in the office, and don't make it a big thing.
Yeah. So
and just kind of
that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna say, and I agree with both Bear and Lisa on this. Everything we all said, I think, is accurate. Actually, we all actually agreed on all that, and wow, I like that.
The real surprise of the story is a Magic the Gathering player having a girlfriend.
Hey, now.
Wow. Wow. Oof. Can't wait for that follow-up letter. Okay. They're going to, like, completely misgender you. Like,
I was going to say, you're just going to...
Oh, wow, the Magic the Gathering player misgendered someone. Color me shocked and surprised. I'm going to have to post a video to YouTube that's like a really bad apology where I'm like, first of all, I want to say that I am so sorry for the things that I said about Magic check script the Gathering players.
No. You gotta play the ukulele while you do it. That's the thing right now. When you do apology videos on YouTube, you gotta play the ukulele.
The ukulele, you're right.
See, I thought that I played the banjo. I thought we left. Can we actually, I'm so sorry, Jason, because I know you kind of roughly script out the topics. Can we talk really quick about how batshit that apology is?
Oh, my God.
I didn't actually watch the actual video. I've just seen like the memes about it, the reactions to it, and people making fun of it.
So, can I give a summary to listeners?
It's like 10 minutes long.
Yeah. So Colleen Ballinger, who is also known as Miranda Sings, is a very popular YouTuber. I never liked her really. She was very popular when I was growing up.
She was always very harsh. I just didn't.
She's very. I never liked her. She was too much for me. But she has recently. It came out that she was sending kind of inappropriate, maybe not overtly sexual, like coming on to minors, but very kind of like sent them porn and stuff, and
there were suggestions of grooming and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like during her stage show, there was like a few stories came out, like one where she had a girl get on stage for like an audience participation thing, and she was in a skirt, and she spread this girl's legs on stage in front of this audience, and this is like a teenage, like 15-year-old girl.
I didn't hear this.
who is very much obviously uncomfortable. And Colleen references it in the song and tries to brush it off, but it's like these are very serious allegations against her, and she has children. So if she's found of doing something to kids, she can lose her kids. Yeah. So obviously her legal team told her, like, shut the fuck up and do not say anything. And instead she released a 10-minute, so it can be monetized, like apology song that's actually her just talking about how toxic gossip and spreading rumors can be.
Yeah.
And she also, this just happened recently, H3, like Ethan Klein, who has a podcast and does YouTube stuff, he did a like reaction to it on his podcast, and he hired a choir to sing the apology song, and it's really funny. It's hilarious.
So people are really trolling her.
Yeah, but she issued a takedown notice and tried to, and has the song copyrighted, and was trying to say that it wasn't fair use. So she's actively making money
song that she wants. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she's making money off of this shit ass apology. It might be the worst apology video I have ever seen on YouTube.
She
worse than James Charles for sure.
She is absolutely ridiculous, this woman. Like, the whole character itself was a bully form.
Yeah.
Like, she's making fun of, like, people who, you know, are kind of offbeat and sort of like want to do their own thing and are just a little extra. And instead of like grasping it and empowering that character, she came off as brash and insensitive. And it was awful.
There's also a lot of like racist stuff that started to come out. Some of it is of kind of the early 2000s YouTube genre of racism, which is still fucked up. But then some of it's like, holy shit, like more recent mocking every kind of accent, every kind of person. There was like a video she had called like how to sing like a black woman, and you can just make your assumptions based off of everything else. But you know, the fact that she reacts to this drama like that, it's like, girl, you could lose your children. Why are you joking about this?
Yeah. No, I remember kind of just hearing about this in passing, and the fact that it was like the ukulele and everything.
It was so over the top.
It was just crazy. So
I thought she's so funny, and it's just like, no, you're not.
It's very weird to watch.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, with that said, it's time for the mixtape. I'm going to go first. I feel like rocking out. I feel like jamming. I want you all listeners at home right now to turn this up as loud as you fucking can, because we're going to fucking rock. We're going to melt some faces off, and we're going to give a middle finger to God, because my song is Judith by A Perfect Circle. Ooh. Fuck yes. We're going to rock until we fucking explode.
I do like A Perfect Circle.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought you were building up to be like, my song is Octopus Garden, or like Wonderwall.
I already have Wonderwall. So that's my pick. Lisa, what do you got?
So my pick is Tonight by Phoenix, featuring Ezra Koenig from Vampire Weekend, which is also, it's not a rock out song, but it's definitely a bop. So I think people will enjoy it.
Okay. So keep those radios loud for that as well. I don't know the song, so I can't.
You'll hear it and you'll enjoy it. You'll dance around to it.
I'm sure I'm going to like it. So, okay. I am going to drop those here on the podcast version. Those on YouTube, I am sorry, I cannot. But you can go pause the video, pause it, and hit play, and then you can go check those songs out. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
Hey, let me interrupt the current podcast you're listening to so we can tell you about Musically Ignorant, hosted by me, Jason, and my pal Lackey.
Hi, I'm Lackey.
We discuss all kinds of music from mainstream pop acts like Ben Folds and R.E.M.,
And very obscure acts like Cabaret Voltaire and Black Moth Super Rainbow.
I think you just made those names up.
I most certainly did not.
Well, I guess that's why we named the show Musically Ignorant.
Indeed, you rapscallion!
Now, before Lackey turns too much into a 19th century professor, you should check us out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, or our home website, rabbitholepodcast.com.
Jason, have you ever heard of this Lizzo person that's trending on Twitter?
Oh man, I got my work cut out for me. Yeah. Oh, wait, can you hang on? Hang on 1 second. Hey, guys, I gotta keep taking this phone call. It's very important.
We got a show, Jason.
But I have a guest coming by. So can you guys entertain the guest while I'm on this phone call, please?
Yep. Are you going to come back at all for this guest, or is it just going to be us?
I'll be back when I'm done with this call. Just kind of keep the guest entertained until I come back. All right. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Love you. All right. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. No, $25.
Oh, he's selling prostitutes again. I like a lot of their flavors. The strawberry raspberry one, or raspberry lemonade one, good.
I have actually never tasted any Mountain Dew other than original Mountain Dew because I am annoyed that there are all these different flavors. It's weird to me.
Whoa, Baja Blast?
None. Green. That's all I've ever had.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, the pandemic. What's up?
The most recent pandemic?
Pandemic kind of look like a stereotype of something, but I'm not sure what. I just feel like it's maybe a little bit racist.
Well, that may be. Excuse me. Yeah. Anyway, me, the pandemic. Hey, what's up?
How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing my farewell tour. I'm leaving. In case you didn't hear.
Where are you going?
I gotta go back to to
the critical care wards.
Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah, you said you gotta go back to where you're from. Where are you from?
I'm actually from everywhere. So, you know how like sometimes you get like a tickle in your throat?
I do.
Yeah, that's me. But I'm just like extreme tickle in your throat. That's what she said.
It sounds a little inappropriate, pandemic.
The pandemic is funny, you guys. I don't know, if you guys heard it or not.
I'll take your word for it. I don't think a lot of people found you funny.
Yeah, no. I kind of want to shoot the pandemic while he's in the room.
Well, okay.
We could be national heroes. We could be worldwide heroes.
Hey,
if we took out the pandemic right now. We have a responsibility.
I was told you two were really nice.
Humanity.
I'm doing a goodbye tour. I'm leaving. But I just wanted to say goodbye.
I need you to back up for me, pandemic, because you say you're from everywhere.
Yes.
Are you some kind of god? Are you omnipresent somehow?
Yeah, I'm always gonna kind of be there. Just not as prevalent as I was.
So is there no real way for you to go away entirely?
Not until probably the year 2175, I think, is when I'm due next.
That's a pretty specific number. How do you know that?
Hey, the pandemic knows all, man.
Do you?
But I will tell you this. I had some good times while I was here.
I'm sure you did. You certainly made an impression.
I had a rockin' time in Florida. Oh my God. Florida was just like a haven for me.
All that humidity
there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just rocking out. The guy that runs Florida just let me loose everywhere. Oh, and then the guy that ran the country just let me loose everywhere. Holy shit. I had amazing friends.
Yeah.
I got to see some cool concerts. I went to see Kid Rock. I went and saw Bon Jovi. I went and saw Dave Matthews, which kind of surprised me that Dave Matthews would have let me in, but hey,
it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it sort of depends on what kind of frat boys are attending that particular show. I think
you would think Nickelback will let me in, but they were like, "No, we don't know."
I think Nickelback. I think Imagine Dragons would have been a big fan of yours.
You right. When you write, Lisa.
I think Imagine Dragons is definitely would like you to be an opener for their next tour.
Man, it is kind of fucked up what you did to my cousin and my grandma, though, for real.
Yeah, I got some friends who lost family members because of you.
Yeah.
I wanted to just come back to the planet, and if, some eggs had to be broken as a result of me partying it up, I'm sorry. Okay.
So you have no remorse for what you've done.
Yo, all I know was Mardi Gras 2020 was the fucking bomb, yo. I was on the street by myself. That never happens.
That's true.
I was like, shit, this is cool, man.
So now I think you're fibbing. I would like it pandemic if you would be straight with us, because I don't know. Do you need a minute?
No, I'm fine.
Do you need some water, perhaps?
No. I
don't know.
It's just a flu. I've just got the flu. It's fine.
I feel like this is a front, because I can't imagine anybody being excited about being in the street alone at Mardi Gras. I mean, you've got
you're treating me like a person, and I'm more of just an entity that just exists in the air.
But you're not seeing the people who would make Mardi Gras what it is.
Yeah, but it was a fun time. Let me tell you.
But I don't know. It seems to me that Mardi Gras is much more fun when there's people there. Carnival in Brazil is much more fun.
But the streets were empty. I got to go wherever I want. I got to go into people's houses. Oh, it was so cool. It was a blast. Let me tell you.
You had quite the world tour going.
I did. Now I was expecting to leave in 2021. I thought, okay, these people got to be smart. They got to know how to get rid of me. 2021, that's going to be the year I leave, right? No. Excuse me. No, I hung around another year. I was surprised.
You were around for quite a while. You had quite the impact on a number of people's workplaces, and you made quite an impact on nationwide education as well. How are you feeling?
I made people smarter by educating them about diseases that you can get from people.
Here's the problem. You've got small children who learn language based on sound and sight. Yeah. And when you're covering your mouth like this, you have a cohort of children who are now struggling with their language acquisition because you put people in a situation where they're either at home trying to learn from a computer, which is not good for small children at all, or they're wearing masks, and now you've got children who can't see what's going on. I mean, no remorse whatsoever, pandemic.
Didn't people always say, God, I wish I could work at home? That was me, baby. All me. I made that happen. You're welcome.
I mean, as an introvert, I didn't hate the lockdown. I was very happy about you are not allowed to go anywhere. Nobody's inviting you to anything. Nobody expects you to show up. I will thank you for that. I will thank you for that. However,
thank you.
As an educator, it is my responsibility to make sure students are learning and students are developing the way they need to be. And you did impede a good 3-4 years of students.
I almost regret that I'm leaving because I'm having so much fun, you guys. But I think that the time has come for me to go.
Who else are you stopping in to see? Are we an exclusive interview with you?
You are, yeah.
How did we?
I gotta stop by this building called Fox News. They love me there.
Oh, I'm sure they're a big fan.
So yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I gotta go to this place in Florida called Margelo. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go figure out what that is.
I'll bet.
Excuse me, man. Hey,
I expect they're pretty big fans of yours down there.
Does it smell funny in here, or is it just me?
It's definitely just you.
Well, actually, I can't smell anything, so I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be leaving. You guys finally found a way to get rid of me.
I mean, we appreciate
enough.
Appreciate you stopping in to chat with us. That was very kind of you in your busy schedule.
Is it okay if I cough all over this thing?
The place where you are, cough away.
Okay.
Go for it. Make sure you lick the doorknobs on your way out.
I'm probably already all over where I am right now.
That's good.
But I'm going to be leaving. Okay.
I appreciate your time. I do appreciate you coming to speak with us.
Does anyone remember, like, when everyone thought I did leave in 2021? Like, you all thought, like, oh, hey, he finally left. And then I was like, no, bitches, I'm still here. Remember
I don't
that?
think anyone thought you left.
I have to say, I was
very distinctly saying no, because I wore a mask throughout that whole bit. And
I was back at work in the fall of 2020. Get on my level.
Yeah, actually, I had to go back to school my senior year. We didn't have virtual option available, so
the free babysitting was taken away. And so they wanted to make sure that people
look at all the things that I created. Zoom. Did anyone know what Zoom was? No. So you're welcome, Zoom. I made that happen. Oh, the game Animal Crossing. Do you think that game would have been popular if it wasn't for me?
Not as popular as it turned out to be.
Nintendo.
I will say that game, the timing was about as perfect as it ever could have possibly been.
Really? See, I had that game pre-ordered months in advance. And
but
then
I think that
happened.
Because people like me, I had never played the game before. And that game exploded. There were people like me who got into it because we had nothing else to do.
Yeah, I played all the other ones, but we did my best friend's birthday party on Animal Crossing.
I love that.
But we did it when we were kids too, so it was really fun.
That is super cute. I have a friend who'd been playing since she was a kid, and she's telling us make sure we get it. I'm sorry, pandemic. Wait your turn. Bear and I are having a conversation.
Yeah. See, this is what we mean when people's social skills really just kind of dropped off. It's like
it really did, and it's a lot to do with you.
Yeah. Very inappropriate. It's like going to concerts now.
You guys didn't like movie theaters, so then I took them away from you, and then now they're back.
Nope, wrong audience.
Still don't like them.
I was in that theater 7 months later. I went back. I always want my movie theater, so you're not getting rid of that.
I was responsible for that Nicole Kidman ad. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
God, that Nicole Kidman ad.
Oh, you know what else happened because of me? That Gal Gadot song, Imagine. Oh, that was the perfect thing. I could not have welcomed.
I haven't even heard that.
Welcomed the most perfect song
when
that
all the celebrities
me.
Sing Imagine.
Oh, that was so beautiful. I think I cried for hours.
Let me send that to you later, Lisa, because it's so
cried.
Bad.
Gosh.
I had a tear going down my non-existent face. You know what I don't like?
What don't you like?
People who mispronounce my name. I'm Pandemic. I'm okay if you want to give me cutesy nicknames. You want to call me Panini. You want to call me Pandy.
People don't know how to say pandemic.
You want to call me Demi. I'm okay with that. But calling me Plandemic? No. I don't stand for that. All right. Do you think this could be planned? No. I'm all natural 100% baby.
You're natural 100% chaos.
Yes, absolutely.
In person.
So to those of you who keep calling me Plandemic.
I have never heard that. Where are you talking
really?
About this? I've never heard anybody say Plandemic.
I do not appreciate that in the least.
Apparently I run in different circles, Pandemic. My apologies for that.
I run in Indiana, so it makes sense that I've heard it.
Maybe that's why.
I was kind of big in Indiana too. Not as big as Florida. You know where I was really big at, surprisingly? Montana. I don't know why I was huge in Montana. I was stretched thin between Florida and Montana. It was crazy.
Lots of libertarians in Montana.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going.
We appreciate your time.
I need to go over to Europe. I have some friends in Italy I need to go visit. Oh, my pal Tom Hanks. I got to go stop by and say goodbye to him.
Oh, leave Tom alone.
And then, then you guys aren't going to see me until 2175. So
I don't think I'll be around, Pandemic. Get those, so you have fun.
Bears don't live that long.
Get those shots. Yeah, I'm totally pro-vaccine. Isn't that weird? Like the pandemic is pro-vaccination and you plandemicers are not. That's kind of fucked up, right? Anyway, I gotta go.
All right, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye.
So it's
so just have the money in my account and we'll get that taken care of. All right, thanks. Bye. Hey, I'm sorry, you guys. That took way longer than I thought. Did I miss anything?
No, not really.
Get this weird tickle in my throat. What's that about?
Don't know. Maybe want to get that checked out.
Drink some juice.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys have fun. But it's time to wrap up the show. Unfortunately, we got to end the show
already.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but to the Patreons, there's going to be a Patreon exclusive video where I'm going to test Bear and Lisa's knowledge of the Mandela effect. So go Jesus. To patreon.com/rabbitholepods. You can check that out. All right, let us wrap up the show. Whatever with Jason Soto is hosted by me, Jason Soto, and these two people that I hired from the temp agency, Lisa Sally Haynes and Bear.
That sounds good.
For now, you can find me on Twitter at Famous Comedian. Twitter's going to probably explode sometime soon, so.
Just hoping.
But in the meantime, if you are boycotting Twitter, I broke down and I went ahead and got a Threads account. So you can go follow me on Threads at I'm_famous comedian. I know I'm a weak-willed person. If you have weird advice, questions that you want to ask us, you can email the show at whateverjasonsota@gmail.com. We will welcome them. Please say in your email if you want to be anonymous, what fake names you want me to use, please, please, please. And I need to assure these two that the last letter was not anybody we know. I promise you. I promise you it was not. Go to facebook.com/groups/rabbitholepod. You can check out awesome Facebook posts from us. Also, you can temporarily follow Rabbit Hole Podcast on Twitter at RabbitHP. And I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to do all the social medias. Follow me on Be Real. Go search for Rabbit Hole Pod on Be Real. Absolutely. You'll see they seem to be spawning while I'm at work. So you can see me sitting at my desk at work looking confused. So yeah, go do that.
Do not try and find me on Be Real. I will say no, and I will be freaked out. If you find me on Be Real, email me because I want to know how.
You can also go to rabbitholepodcast.com and check out every other podcast we do. Check out other episodes of this show. Check out every other show that we got going on there. We got a lot of great shows going on. I'm very proud of everyone who does shows. You guys are fucking awesome and rock stars. Thank you guys. You can also find this podcast on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, or Google Podcasts, or just any place you find awesome podcasts. The mixtape intro song was made by our friend Lackey. Thank you, Lackey. The beginning and ending song is Liam Lynch's United States of Whatever from the album Fake Songs. Patreon members, this is where I give you a shout out. Patreon members.
They are the best.
Chris R. from retrocredits.com. Thank you so much, Chris R. Our pal, the Vern, who we have a fan out there of the Vern. Vern, thank you, Vern. The mysterious and awesomely supportive Silent Partner. Thank you.
Silent Partner is my favorite.
Carl, thank you so much to Carl. Carl, you're awesome. Richard Kirkham, thank you so much to Richard Kirkham.
A gentleman among humanity.
Indeed. Bear, thank you, Bear, for being a Patreon
Okay,
member.
that's me.
Sherry Coons, thank you so much to Sherry Coons.
Thank you, Sherry.
My pal Brenda, thank you so much to
Brenda is some good
Brenda.
people, I'll tell you. Brenda is the best kind of people. Brenda's a baseball fan, and I am still very upset that I missed the friggin' home run derby this week. I completely flaked that it was All-Star week, and I am mortified because as a Braves fan, the entire infield got to the friggin' National League team, and I missed all of it. So I'm a disaster.
This has been a rant by Lisa Sally Haynes.
You are right. Correct.
Lackey, thank you so much for being a Patreon member to Lackey. And Isabel, thank you so much to Isabel for being a Patreon.
Is Isabel a new Patreon? That's not a name I remember.
She's been a Patreon for a few months now.
Yeah, and she was on a stream.
Yeah, she did a live show with us.
Yes. I'm sorry, Isabel. I'm sorry.
She did a live show with us.
Crap summer brain.
Speaking of, yes, you Patreon members can join us for live shows. If you subscribe at the $10 tier, you can join us whenever we go silly on Twitch.
Shenanigans!
You can also listen to episodes early in advance. You can help pick things. I'll put polls up. You can help pick things that we'll do on various shows. And we're going to have some more goodies coming for the Patreon, so don't you worry. Patreon.com/ Rabbit Hole Pods. Lisa, Bear, thank you guys so much for doing the show with me. You guys are seriously, I'm not even joking, probably one of my two of my closest friends.
Aww.
Like I've had. I appreciate you both.
I love you, man.
I love you guys. Love you guys.
You only say that because I live close enough to kill you.
That's going to do it for the episode. Thank you all very much for listening and for watching. Wash your goddamn hands. I don't know why I feel compelled to say that really suddenly. And keep your head in the clouds and your feet in the mud. Adios. Copyright 2023 Rabbit Hole Podcasts, rabbitholepodcasts.com.